the civs. The civs are so sick. Oh my god, this is gonna be so good. Let's go.
I can feel leaking out of my ears.
Forget what that resub message just said. We don't want leaky ears to be in our YouTube intro. Welcome, ladies and gents, to 25 max population, tiny arena, capture the relic, where the goal is to get this relic into your monastery. It is a straight free-for-all, but things get awkward because this map is not supposed to incorporate 8 different players. So the walls are all intertwined. You're not going to be able to get out in some ways. You're not going to be able to access some resources. Again, 25 max population. Everyone's currently at 6 pop. We're 1 minute in. In the blue, we have Eric Baum, who's playing as the Kumans. Now, I believe I said they could pick any civ. Kumans feels a little weird to pick if you have 25 max pop, but maybe Eric wanted to go random for fun. In the teal, we have Aztecs for Chef Boyardiers. A good name and also a really good civ, I think. We could maybe see a lot of monks out of this one monastery. You can only have one in this game mode. Unfortunately, for the Aztec player, he will not be able to access his berries because they are behind green's walls. So yeah, unless green deletes that, awkward times. Here we have Smallhead playing as the Goths. Now, you might be thinking, well, that doesn't make any sense. How could someone with a small head have such a big brain decision in picking the Goths? I'm with you. I feel like, if anything, this is big head, massive head, 4 head, 5 head. Small head here has picked a civilization that if they arrive to the Imperial Age, gets plus 10 population. In a standard 200 pop game, that would give them 210. Not the biggest deal there, but here would matter a lot. In the orange, we have Paul Hockey 77. Paul Hockey 77 is playing as the Mayans. In the purple or magenta, we have C-Bomb playing as the Koreans. Could be an awesome civ if you want to see towers maybe in the middle. In the red, we have Ascarius playing as the Sicilians. Maybe some dungeons or something? I'm trying to think what Sicilians could be good for here. In the gray, we have Persians for Russell. And then in the yellow, we have Tristou. I could have told you that name was French even before the FR clan tag there. So, playing as the Portuguese. Okay, you know what would be so funny here? Is if Tristou makes a Fitoria. Because a Fitoria takes up 20 population space. You would have a Fitoria and then 5 units. And that's it. You couldn't do anything else. I don't think that'd be worth it. Looks like there's been a little bit of an agreement here between yellow and gray to open up their walls. Which is a little weird. I don't know if I'd want to do that.
15 months T90 salute.
What's up, Starbuck? Thank you. Harry the Hut, thanks for 57. Anyways, I hope everyone's doing well. We will have more games today. Some people were really turned off by these settings and were not too excited by it, but I feel like when the goal's that relic and there's so many scouts out there and players could tower it and wall it so easily, this could be a crazy one. Also, in terms of popularity, my max 25 videos have done quite well, which I'm not going to complain about, so people on YouTube seem to enjoy it. But obviously, like, I don't just do things because they're popular. I have to enjoy it as well. I have to feel like the people on the stream enjoy it. So the good news is, for me, it's always been... they've always coincided. You know, any success that I've had tends to be with things that I enjoy and viewers enjoy too. So I was concerned today when I tweeted out and said, what settings do you want to see for community games? And about 85% of those tweets, or 90%, were all Force Nothing. So not hugely surprised, but a little concerned. Not sure what I've done to you guys, but we'll space out Force Nothing and do more in the future. So I think if I had to pick a civ, I would pick Aztecs because you benefit from the higher HP monks in Castle Age. I think it's going to be tough to go Imperial Age when you can only have 25 vills. I mean, I suppose you'd have 24 vills and a scout. You'd have to delete your scout to get above that. It would just take a long time to go imp. As for other civs, I'd say maybe Koreans would be really nice because of the towers. I know C-Bomb is a fairly experienced player. Sicilians do build castles 100% faster. I'm thinking maybe a castle drop in the center. You could actually go Oh! What about a castle? And then a dungeon, and then a dungeon, and you just hop the monk through all those buildings. You can hop into buildings while you're holding the relic. Dolphin Over the Water says, I think the best strategy is just get 25 vills, bank res, and then go for pop efficient unit. Yeah, it depends on the approach, right? Like, if you try and bank res for too long, if you don't try and take control of the middle, everyone else could just sit back, and then you could be in trouble. Speaking of trouble, this eagle has now walked into Gray's base. Paul Hockey. Is this Auto Scout? This might actually be Auto Scout for Paul. I think I'd prefer to have my eagle alive here. But that's Auto Scout. Are you kidding me? Auto Scout ran through the gate when the boar was coming in. Look at it wiggle back and forth. Get the T90 autos in chat. Auto scouting with 25 pop.
Shot it.
Because, you know, handling 24 villagers is really complicated. All right, Paul. Love that emote, by the way. All right, Blue has started the endless task of trying to batter through these walls, maybe to free the sheep or something. I don't know. It's important to remind people that the monasteries cannot be destroyed, and you cannot rebuild another one. So in the case of Aztecs, it makes a all-in monk rush a lot less successful than it would be in a standard game, right? Because normally you'd make 3 or 4 monasteries. You can only have 1. Don't think that... I mean, the map... Oh, God. Paul made a mill there. I didn't realize that till now. I was just about to say that I don't think there had been many mistakes. That's funny. I guess he didn't think that would be the enemy's walls. And he tried to get to the berries. But yeah, overall, it seems like everyone has access to important resources. A few players have missed out on berries, which sucks. In this case, it looks like if you don't have berries, or if you have berries, you're not going to have stone or something like that. The trade-off seems reasonable. Some players do have everything, though. Like, Yellow's position is really strong. Gold, stone, berries. Also, I don't know much about Tristu, but I can tell you that Tristu seems to be really good in terms of balancing eco. Has done what almost everyone has done here and gone to 25 pop. As we have Blue. What? Okay, Blue is Cumans. And Cumans can build a second TC in the Feudal Age. And Blue is on the way to Castle Age, but building a TC right next to the Relic. What on earth is this? I guess that's actually really smart here. Keep in mind, you can't ally with anyone, so for everyone else to coordinate and somehow stop this is really unlikely. And now what that does, actually, is that gives Eric a launching pad. So I talked about it earlier. You can hop into TCs with monks. So if he can get the monk over here, he could go into the TC, hop out, grab the relic back into the TC, and then maybe make some towers. And it's just like hopscotch or you know, something like that. Something like that. I'm not too privy to... Oh, well, we got tower. Okay, Voskeri is maybe a little worried about that as we see a dungeon, but I think that a guard tower would beat a dungeon, right? A dungeon unique to Sicilians. Korean towers are pretty crazy. Speaking of towers, we have Smallhead making a tower and patrolling the scout there. In fact, does anyone have vision of that town center? Okay, Red knew something was going up, and now Green sees the TC with the tower.
Hey, sir.
Let's see if Blue can do it. Now, I'll be honest, I'm really hoping Blue doesn't win the game here. Blue had to delete a Vil to have the population for the monk. It would be kind of lame if Blue just wins it here, but it's more than possible. Players have to be very active with their scouts. Okay, so another thing to remind you guys of, if the relic's ever picked up, you hear the boink, or whatever, that noise. You hear it, and then you see the monk walking with it. Now, the monk will disappear from your vision if it hops into a building. See if this tower does anything. I don't know if green's going to be able, because the TC's there, to kill that monk. What's the noise? Doo-doo-doo. Okay, monk actually going for a conversion on the scout. And good pressure in the center here. I think it's going to be tough for blue. Really good pressure, but everyone's going to run into each other, right? And I think red's saying, hey, he's got a monk in the middle. Yeah, he signaled, he's letting people know, and now yellow's coming as well. Okay, blue's going to make a move. I think orange is going to see this. I think blue should just go for the conversions. Look at how desperate they are. This is amazing. This is amazing. And now green's like, that's a great idea. Let me town center myself. Oh my god. And I think blue should try and just run in for this and just hope for the best. You have to take a risk. Don't get conversions. Don't let them know. The question is green's tower going to automatically aggro that monk? I think it would. So when it was distracted, it would maybe have worked. Oh my god. Like, this is what I'm saying, though. This is how Capture the Relic should be played. As we have a castle from Russell, but now there's a Mangonel here from Yellow, and Yellow's going to want that relic for himself. So poor Russell here should probably back up with this. Oh, no. Russell. There's a time to double down, and there's a time to just give up, all right? This is not the time to double down. And now blue is going to drop a castle as well. The castles are so important to this. Now, actually, Russell is going to take out the Mangonel. There's a chance that Russell, if he were to send more villagers, could complete that castle. Doesn't matter how many villagers you have. It matters if you get the relic. And now here comes blue with additional vills. I think blue's is definitely going to go up. And now there's a castle over here for C-Bomb, who also has some monks, has a war wagon now. I don't know why this... He must have clicked the TC. The tower should be prioritizing these vills here. Okay, is this not awesome, though? The good news is, if you lose 4 villagers, it doesn't take you too long to replenish that. As we see Russell losing more. Oh! Oh, you have to focus it! You have to focus it! No way! Oh my god, dude. Clutch from Eric Bomb. Purple could have so easily won the game right there. This is so intense. Honestly, getting Bodkin Arrow and Ballistics as we see a University being rushed down, all those things are so important. And now it's Blue's turn. Right as the tower's going down for green. Blue could do it! Blue could do it! Blue's on the move. Did they have military here? There's going to be desperation from everyone now, as they should know it's in the TC. I actually think the play for yellow is allow the castle to go up. So I think if you allow Russell to get the castle up, blue can't get the relic back home. You have to almost put your units on no attack stance and not attack each other if you're in everyone's shoes against blue right now. As we see a castle from Vascarius. Poor Russell. So yeah, this is the correct move from these players to try and cut this off. However, they're going to attack each other, which is the problem. Blue's at 25 pop. Blue actually cannot get this relic back home. And orange... Okay, see, you should be able to see it when it's picked up. Orange sees the monk now. And the monk just goes back inside. So now everyone should everyone should see that the relic is there, since it's no longer in a building. It's just so cramped. I feel like if yellow could drop a castle here, he could maybe steal it, or some towers or something. Blue's economy is just garbage. Blue has so many villagers. Actually, just deleted some, but it feels like has way too many villagers in the middle right now. But if I'm blue, converting the war wagons is a really good idea. And he is making more monks. He should have the range to convert the war wagons. He's also going to convert the... Oh, wow. Did purple delete that? I think so. It'd be so... Oh, my God. Guys, look at this. If yellow takes out this wall, yellow can run in here and block off the monastery from blue. I don't think blue can do this. This is such a great game. Also, there's other things going on right now, I'm sure. So I'm just going to try and keep you updated. But oh, my word. Yeah, blue has made a rush to the middle, but blue's gonna probably die. Because yellow can walk right in through this. This is his gate in the first place. Unless yellow's slacking and not paying attention. Yellow should hear that. Yellow should hear that. Yellow needs to go after it. The Mangonel's gonna be slow. Oh, if he could get Atonement right now and convert that monk, that would be so epic. Oh! Oh my god! And the gate closed for blue. Blue, delete it. You have to let them in there. Blue, you have to let them in there. No way. Oh my god. No, the villager's chasing. There's yellow just stole the victory with Atonement. Converting the enemy monk, thinking ahead. Wow. What a play. That was intense. See, it was some good foresight to get Atonement early there, right? That's an upgrade that you might think of when you realize your Mangonel's not going to get that monk. When you think that the monk for blue is going to be able to make it. But getting that ahead of time in this format was super, super cool. And I don't know, guys. I thought that was pretty fun. I think that for some of the viewers, they probably felt really... They probably felt somewhat... Not handicapped, but they just kind of felt like they were boxed in. We didn't see a lot from Teal, for example. But what Teal was going to do was Teal was going to try and go imp. We talked about that at the start, right? Someone mentioned that that's the best thing to do. Clearly, that's not, right? It only works out if people don't get the win before then. I think maybe a similar thing was going through Green's mind, as Green had a lot of eco. Maybe Orange was as well, was going to go for a rush, but then we had a castle drop from C-Bomb. C-Bomb had to defend that at one point, so that was pretty awkward. I think for Vascarius, it was going to be, the game plan was going to be get dungeons up. This probably was close to completing. This might complete. You get the buildings up. You make a path there. But you know what happened in that game was, that's fairly common in these settings, is, whatever side it gets brought to initially usually benefits. Blue, I mean, this was an extreme example. This was an extreme example as yellow literally stole the relic and even stole blue's monk. But just the fact that blue brought it over here gives red, purple, or puts red, purple, and orange at such a disadvantage because they have to work so much harder to get to it. Whereas yellow's like, thanks, buddy. I'll take that. Appreciate it. C-Bomb says, I woke up, typed play, got drawn immediately with no idea what I was playing. Well, C-Bomb, we all have problems. GG. There's the KD. You can't say yellow didn't get a lot of kills. I think that for yellow, he benefited from killing Russell's villagers. So that's a feels bad man moment for Russell, who had the right idea. Maybe should have committed more vills there, honestly. Like, I lost 10 or so, though. It was always going to be rough with the Mangonel there. There's the eco stats, if this even matters. Yellow wasn't winning in any of those stats. Again, none of this is as important in a capture the relic scenario. And, wow. Only one player hit 25 villagers. That was Green. He was booming. There's the timeline. All these stats, the timeline, everything just looks so weird. It does not matter in these settings. But honestly, I actually really enjoyed that. I think we should do some more in the future. Maybe not on Arena, but at least it was a capture the relic game, which was crazy, and there was a lot of focus on the relic. When I have seen games, like standard games with capture the relic, there's too much booming, and then one or two players go for the relic early and tend to get the win. So not bad to just put that mindset there of take the relic. You're going to have some benefit. All right. That was fun. That was very intense. A lot more intense than I expected. So salutes in chat. Eric probably thought, Eric probably thought he had it there, and at the end, this probably was a helpless feeling.